the silence before the charge. The air was still that morning in the boreal wilderness of northern British Columbia. Trees stood like sentinels over a carpet of moss, and the only sound was the faint whisper of wind through spruce needles. Jason McNeil, a 42-year-old field technician contracted for a natural resources survey, had started early. He was miles west of Fort Nelson, out beyond where most travelers go, alone except for his GPS unit, bear spray, and clipboard. Jason wasn't new to the wilderness. He grew up hiking in Alberta, knew how to read scat, identify claw marks on tree bark, and always carried his spray. But like many experienced outdoorsmen, he'd never actually had to use it. That morning, he wasn't even thinking about bears. He was checking soil quality near a creek bed and humming to himself when everything changed. It began with a sudden crack of branches, sharp and fast, like a whip through the trees. Jason froze. His eyes scanned the dense underbrush, his mind instantly shifting into alert. Another snap, then a blur of fur. A large female grizzly bear burst from the shrubs less than 30 feet away, her ears flat, jaws parted, eyes locked. Jason didn't have time to think, just time to react. He raised his arms and tried to appear large, shouting instinctively. But this bear wasn't bluffing. She was in a defensive state, likely protecting a cub hidden somewhere nearby. He had unknowingly stepped into her comfort zone. The charge was fast. Grizzlies can reach speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, and Jason barely had time to unclip his bear spray before she was on him. The massive animal slammed into him, knocking him backward into the wet earth. The world spun. He felt the air leave his lungs as her paw raked across his forearm and shoulder pain sharp and white-hot. But then, she stopped. The bear reared back, snorted, and without further aggression, turned and disappeared into the bush. It had been a warning. A defensive attack, not predatory. She wasn't there to kill him. She just wanted him gone. And it worked. Bleeding and in shock, Jason fumbled for his radio. It took nearly an hour for help to reach him via helicopter. By then, he was pale and trembling, but alive, saved by the bear's restraint and in part by his own preparation. He would later learn that his bear spray had fallen from its holster when he hit the ground. He hadn't even gotten a chance to use it. That stuck with him more than anything else. The lessons we cannot forget. Jason's story, while harrowing, is not uncommon in bear country, especially in Canada, where human activity increasingly overlaps with grizzly habitat. And yet, most bear attacks, like Jason's, are defensive. The bear didn't stalk him. She wasn't looking for food. She was likely a mother, startled, perceiving a threat. In almost all such cases, if the human backs off or the bear feels the threat is neutralized, the encounter ends. Jason made some smart choices. He was working in daylight. He made noise as he walked, minimizing surprise. He carried bear spray, even though he didn't use it in time. And most importantly, he didn't run. But there are further steps anyone venturing into bear country should remember. Know the signs. Fresh scat, overturned logs, and clawed tree trunks often signal nearby bear activity. Travel in pairs or groups. Bears are far less likely to approach multiple people. Make noise constantly. Talk, sing, or carry a bear bell when visibility is limited. Secure your food and scent. Whether camping or hiking, avoid drawing bears with unsealed items. Know the bear's body language. Flat ears and huffing usually mean it's scared or defensive, not hunting. Jason was lucky. His injuries were non-life-threatening deep claw marks, bruised ribs, and a fractured collarbone. But the experience left him changed. He no longer views bear encounters as remote possibilities. He knows they are real and survivable if you're prepared. A final thought. For every news story we hear about bear attacks, there are dozens more that go unreported encounters that end peacefully, with the bear walking away and the human left trembling but unharmed. The key difference between tragedy and survival often comes down to knowledge, respect, and readiness. Jason returned to the woods 3 months later. He says the fear was still there, but so was a deeper respect not just for the bears, but for the vast wildness that still exists in places like northern British Columbia. It wasn't her fault, he said later. She was just doing what a bear is supposed to do. I was the one who walked into her home. And that might be the most important lesson of all. If you care about staying safe in bear country, subscribe to our channel. We share real bear encounters, safety tips, and survival stories to help you explore the wild with confidence and respect. From hiking tips to what to do if you see a bear, we've got you covered. Hit that subscribe button and join us in spreading bear awareness and safety. Stay smart, stay safe, respect the wild. Thank you for watching Bear Attack Files.